Here are the Amish's 42 vinegar hacks you'll wish you knew sooner. Clean rust-off garden tools. On Amish farms, vinegar is the go-to for rusty tools. Rust builds up because moisture and oxygen react with metal, but vinegar's acetic acid dissolves these tough deposits. Place your rusty garden tools in a deep pan or bucket and pour in enough white vinegar to submerge them. Leave overnight. Scrub loosened rust with steel wool or a stiff brush. Rinse and dry thoroughly, then wipe with vegetable oil to keep moisture out. For stubborn rust, wrap the tool in a vinegar-soaked rag and wait several more hours. Do you want to keep your blades shining? Give them a quick wipe with vinegar after each use. Extend flower life. Fresh-cut flowers fade quickly without help. The Amish rely on vinegar to make blooms last longer, thanks to its ability to keep bacteria from clogging stems. Add 1 tablespoon each of white vinegar and sugar to a quart of water. Mix well, then fill your vase and trim flower stems under water before arranging. Change the solution every other day and snip stems for best results. If your bouquet starts to wilt, move it away from sunny windows or heat. When you bring in wildflowers, give them a vinegar bath first. This trick works on everything from roses to daffodils. Remove sticky stuff. Sticky residue from jar labels or tape is no match for Amish vinegar know-how. Acetic acid softens adhesives, making cleanup simple. Saturate a cloth or paper towel with white vinegar and lay it over the sticky area for several minutes. Wipe gently, repeating as needed. If glue lingers, warm the vinegar in the microwave before applying for extra power. For especially stubborn labels, sprinkle baking soda on the sticky spot after vinegar and scrub gently. Test on a hidden area first for delicate surfaces. Use this method for kitchen jars, tool handles, or even sticky scissors. No harsh chemicals needed. Brighten clothes. Nothing perks up laundry day like a vinegar rinse. Amish families add 1 cup of white vinegar to the washing machine's final rinse cycle. Vinegar breaks down detergent buildup and helps restore brightness to whites and colors. Pour directly into the softener compartment or a rinse ball. Musty towels benefit from a soak in hot water with half a cup of vinegar before washing. Clothes come out softer with static reduced. This simple step even works on hand wash items. Just add a splash of vinegar to the rinse basin and let garments soak for 10 minutes before wringing out and hanging up. Clear soap scum. Bathroom cleanup gets much easier with a vinegar spray. Soap scum forms when minerals in water mix with soap, but vinegar's acidity dissolves both. Spray undiluted white vinegar on tubs, sinks, or glass shower doors and let it sit for 15 minutes. Wipe with a sponge, then rinse with warm water. For extra tough buildup, sprinkle baking soda on the sponge and scrub again. Rinse thoroughly so the area doesn't stay slippery. Try a weekly vinegar spray on trouble spots. Hard water and soap film don't stand a chance, and you'll keep your bathroom fresh without harsh store-bought cleaners. Shine faucets. Faucets often lose their sparkle from hard water spots and soap residue. The Amish bring back the shine using white vinegar's natural dissolving power. Dampen a cloth with vinegar and wrap it around the faucet for 10 minutes. Minerals and grime loosen, making it easy to buff with a dry rag. For stubborn spots, use a toothbrush dipped in vinegar to scrub tight space. This not only restores shine, but also removes bacteria lingering on handles. Polish with a soft towel for a brilliant, streak-free finish you'll be proud to show off. Soak berry-stained hands. Harvesting berries often leaves hands stained blue or red. Amish gardeners use vinegar to remove tough stains easily. Pour white vinegar into a bowl and soak your hands for 2 to 3 minutes. Rub gently, focusing on stained fingers and nails. The acid in vinegar breaks down berry pigments so they wash away with soap and warm water. For stubborn spots, sprinkle a little salt or baking soda on your palms before rinsing. Repeat as needed. Next time berry season rolls around, keep a bottle of vinegar by the sink for quick, effective cleanup. Fruit fly trap. Tiny fruit flies are a nuisance in summer kitchens. Amish homemakers make simple traps using vinegar. Pour a few tablespoons of white vinegar into a jar and add a drop of dish soap. Cover with plastic wrap and poke small holes in the top. Fruit flies are attracted to the vinegar, get trapped, and drown. Replace the mixture every few days for ongoing protection. Place traps near fruit bowls, compost pails, or sink drains, anywhere flies linger. This safe, effective method quickly clears the air of pests without resorting to sprays or toxic chemicals in your food prep area. Treat warts. Old-time Amish remedies often feature vinegar, especially for stubborn warts. Dab undiluted white vinegar on the wart with a cotton swab or ball, cover with a bandage, and leave on overnight. The mild acid helps break down the tough skin, and repeated use may shrink the wart after several days. Skin may redden or tingle, so watch for irritation. If needed, take a break before resuming. This method is gentle and easy, especially for small, non-painful warts on hands or feet. For quicker results, try gently filing the wart with an emery board between treatments. Soothe sunburn. Long days in the garden can lead to sunburned skin. The Amish cool the sting with vinegar's anti-inflammatory properties. Mix equal parts white vinegar and cool water. Soak a soft cloth and gently pat the affected area. Vinegar helps rebalance skin's pH and soothes heat. Allow to air dry before dressing. Repeat several times a day for relief. For full-body sunburn, add 2 cups of vinegar to a lukewarm bath. Avoid using on broken or blistered skin. This simple remedy offers quick comfort and a natural alternative to heavy lotions or medicated creams. Calm bug bites. Nothing ruins a garden day like itchy bug bites. The Amish soothe swelling with a dab of vinegar. Moisten a cotton ball or cloth with white vinegar and press gently on the bite for 1 minute. The mild acid neutralizes itching and helps draw out toxins. If swelling persists, repeat several times a day. For clusters of bites, dilute vinegar with cool water and pat on the skin. Always avoid applying to broken skin. Stash a small bottle of vinegar in your garden tote for instant relief on summer afternoons. Scrub cast iron. Cleaning cast iron pans can be tricky, but vinegar makes the job easier. To remove stubborn residue, pour a splash of white vinegar into the cooled pan and let it sit for a few minutes. Sprinkle with coarse salt, then scrub gently with a rag or brush. The acid loosens cooked on food without stripping the seasoning. Rinse thoroughly, dry right away, and rub lightly with oil. Never soak cast iron in vinegar too long, just enough to break up grime. This quick cleanup keeps your skillet smooth and rust-free. For decades of country cooking, make vinegar pie. Resourceful Amish bakers once created vinegar pie when lemons were scarce. The tartness mimics fruit flavor. Whisk together eggs, sugar, flour, and a splash of white vinegar, then pour into a prepared pie crust. Bake until set and lightly golden. The vinegar reacts with sugar and eggs to form a sweet custard with a hint of tang. Cool before serving. Dust with nutmeg for a classic finish. If you're craving old-fashioned desserts, try this pie. Next time you have a vinegar surplus, it's a slice of history and sure to spark conversation at your table. Soak canning lids. Before preserving, Amish homemakers soak new or reusable canning lids in a bowl of warm water with a splash of white vinegar. This loosens any sticky residue and softens the sealing ring. After 10 minutes, lids are rinsed and dried with a clean towel. Vinegar's acidity also helps remove lingering odors or mineral spots from previous use. Sterilized lids help ensure a proper seal and safe storage all winter. Adopt this easy prep step for jams, pickles, and fruits. Your jars will seal more reliably and stay spotless, just like those in an Amish pantry. Make daily health tonics. Staying well through the seasons is a tradition in Amish homes. Many drink a daily health tonic made by mixing a tablespoon of white vinegar with a glass of water and a spoonful of honey. Vinegar's acetic acid helps with digestion and may support immunity. Stir well and sip slowly before breakfast. Some add a pinch of cinnamon for extra warmth. This simple ritual is believed to energize and balance the body. If you're new to health tonics, start with a half tablespoon and see how your stomach responds. Clean clay pots. Clay pots can harbor salt deposits and stains over time. Vinegar offers a gentle, effective clean. Submerge empty pots in a solution of 1 part white vinegar to 3 parts warm water. Soak for at least 30 minutes, then scrub away residue with a brush. Stubborn spots may need another soak or a sprinkle of baking soda. Rinse thoroughly before repotting. Regular vinegar cleaning keeps pots porous and plant-friendly. Store freshly cleaned pots upside down to air dry completely. so roots won't suffer from lingering moisture or leftover salts next planting season. Gargle for mild, sore throat relief. Amish home remedies often include vinegar for sore throats. Mix a tablespoon of white vinegar and half a teaspoon of salt into a cup of warm water. Gargle for 30 seconds, spit, and repeat every few hours as needed. The acidity creates a less friendly environment for germs and soothes scratchy tissue. Avoid swallowing the gargle. This old remedy is quick to prepare and handy during cold season. Add a touch of honey if you want extra soothing power. If irritation worsens, discontinue and consult a doctor. Mop floors. White vinegar is Amish family's go-to for streak-free floors. Mix half a cup of vinegar into a gallon of warm water for mopping tile, linoleum, or sealed wood. The mild acid cuts grease, dissolves grime, and eliminates odors, and no harsh chemicals required. Mop as usual, wring well, and let dry. For sticky spots, pour undiluted vinegar directly and scrub lightly. Floors dry quickly and shine without residue. Open windows while mopping for fresh air and faster drying. Skip vinegar on unsealed wood to avoid damage and enjoy a naturally clean home with every sweep. Freshen toilet. A sparkling toilet bowl is easy with Amish vinegar hacks. Pour a cup of white vinegar directly into the bowl and let sit for 30 minutes. Swish with a toilet brush, focusing on stubborn stains or under the rim. The acidity dissolves mineral rings, kills germs, and neutralizes odors all at once. Flush to rinse. For tough buildup, heat the vinegar before pouring or add a sprinkle of baking soda for fizzing action. Wash vegetables. Veggies from garden or market sometimes carry dirt or lingering chemicals. The Amish fill a basin with water and add a quarter cup of white vinegar. Swish vegetables gently, soak for a few minutes, then rinse under fresh water. Vinegar's acidity helps break down residues and kill surface bacteria, leaving produce clean and crisp. This method works for greens, tomatoes, and even berries. For leafy veggies, shake off excess water and dry with a towel. If you're washing root crops, use a vegetable brush for extra scrubbing power before the vinegar soak. Wipe windows and mirrors. Streak-free glass is easy with a vinegar solution. Combine equal parts white vinegar and water in a spray bottle. Mist over windows or mirrors, then wipe dry with newspaper or a lint-free cloth. The vinegar cuts through greasy fingerprints and lifts hard water spots, leaving a sparkling finish. For stubborn marks, let the spray sit for a minute before wiping. You'll avoid chemical fumes and leave rooms smelling fresh. If window tracks or corners look grimy, scrub with a toothbrush dipped in the same vinegar mix before cleaning the panes. Make buttermilk. No buttermilk on hand? Amish cooks whip up a quick substitute using vinegar. Add 1 tablespoon of white vinegar to a measuring cup, then pour in milk until you reach 1 cup. Let it stand for 5 minutes. The acid thickens the milk and gives that signature tangy flavor perfect for pancakes, biscuits, or dressings. This kitchen hack works with regular or plant-based milks. Adjust the vinegar amount for a stronger or milder taste. Next time a recipe calls for buttermilk, make it fresh with this simple mix and skip the store run. Kill weeds. Vinegar is a time-tested weed killer in Amish gardens. On a hot, sunny day, pour undiluted white vinegar directly onto weeds, especially in cracks or along garden edges. Acetic acid in the vinegar dries out leaves and stems, causing most weeds to wilt and die within a day or two. For tougher plants, add a teaspoon of salt and a squirt of dish soap to the mix. Apply carefully to avoid harming crops. Repeat as needed, especially after rain. This natural weed solution is perfect for walkways and driveways where you want clear, safe paths. Tenderize meat. Tough cuts of meat become tender and juicy with a vinegar marinade. Mix equal parts vinegar and oil. Add herbs or spices, then pour over beef, pork, or poultry. Marinate in the fridge for up to 24 hours. The mild acid helps break down muscle fibers and infuse flavor. Amish cooks often use white vinegar for extra depth. Before cooking, pat the meat dry to ensure a good sear. Don't reuse the marinade unless it's boiled first. If you're prepping wild game or old hens, this method makes even the chewiest cut deliciously fork tender. Stinky trash can. Kitchen trash cans can quickly develop stubborn odors, especially in warm weather. Amish homemakers pour a cup of white vinegar into the empty can and swirl it around, making sure to coat all surfaces. Let it sit for 10 minutes, then rinse and dry. Vinegar's acetic acid breaks down smelly bacteria and neutralizes lingering scents. For ongoing freshness, sprinkle baking soda in the bottom before adding a new liner. Wipe the lid with a vinegar-soaked cloth. This routine keeps garbage areas clean and fresh, even during canning season or after fish and onion scraps. Keep potatoes fresh. Sprouting and shriveling ruin stored potatoes, but Amish pantries use a vinegar trick to extend their shelf life. Mix 1 part white vinegar to 3 parts water and dip a cloth in the solution. Wipe each potato gently, then let air dry completely before storage. The vinegar kills surface spores that can trigger rot and sprouting. Store potatoes in a cool, dark place, never in the fridge. For best results, inspect your potatoes every week and repeat the wipe if you notice eyes forming. Keeping spuds fresh means less waste and taste your suppers through winter. Lower soil, pH. Garden soil sometimes runs too alkaline for crops like blueberries or azaleas. Amish growers use vinegar to gently lower pH. Mix a cup of white vinegar with a gallon of water and pour around acid-loving plants, avoiding leaves. The diluted acid helps shift the soil pH slowly, making nutrients more available to roots. Test soil before repeating. For best effect, water early in the season or after heavy rains. Pair with pine needle or oak leaf mulch to maintain acidity. Adjust application as plants respond, and watch for brighter foliage and improved harvests. Soften paintbrushes. Dried paint can ruin a good brush, but vinegar rescues it. Heat white vinegar in a saucepan until hot but not boiling. Soak the stiff bristles for 30 minutes, then gently bend and work the brush until paint softens. Rinse under warm water, comb out remaining residue, and repeat if necessary. Finish with a mild soap wash and let the brush air dry. Vinegar's acetic acid breaks paint bonds without harsh fumes. Next time you finish a painting project, clean brushes promptly with vinegar for long-lasting, flexible bristles. Spray counters and tables. Every Amish kitchen keeps vinegar handy for surface cleaning. Mix equal parts white vinegar and water in a spray bottle. Mist counters, tables, and cutting boards. Then wipe with a clean cloth. Vinegar safely dissolves grease, crumbs, and most bacteria without leaving chemical residues. For sticky spots, let the spray sit for a minute before wiping. Avoid using on natural stone, which vinegar can etch. Refresh your spray mix weekly for the best results. Try this as a daily habit, and you'll enjoy sparkling, safe workspaces throughout your home. Soak feet. Tired, aching feet find relief with a vinegar soak after a day in the garden. Pour 1 cup of white vinegar into a basin of warm water and soak feet for 15 minutes. The mild acid softens calluses, refreshes skin, and helps banish odors. After soaking, scrub with a pumice stone or brush to smooth rough spots. Dry feet well and apply moisturizer for silky results. Repeat weekly for ongoing comfort. This gentle soak is safe for most, but avoid if you have open wounds or irritated skin. Soften laundry. Stiff towels or clothes don't last in Amish homes. Pour half a cup of white vinegar into the fabric softener compartment or rinse cycle of your washer. Vinegar breaks down mineral buildup, softens fibers, and removes lingering soap residue. For musty towels, soak in hot water with vinegar before washing. Clothes come out fluffier, fresher, and free from synthetic fragrances. This trick also helps prevent static cling in the dryer. Try adding a few drops of essential oil if you prefer a light scent, and enjoy soft laundry without commercial softeners. Improve poached eggs. Perfect poached eggs are easy with a splash of vinegar. Amish cooks add a tablespoon of white vinegar to simmering water before slipping in cracked eggs. The acid quickly coagulates egg whites, keeping them from spreading into ribbons. Lower eggs gently into the water and cook until just set. Use a slotted spoon to lift out and drain. Vinegar leaves no taste but delivers neat, round poached eggs every time. If you're poaching for a crowd, keep the water swirling for best results. Your breakfasts will look and taste restaurant-worthy. Repel ants. Did you know that ants rarely linger where there's vinegar? Spray undiluted white vinegar along baseboards, doorways, or windowsills where ants enter. The strong smell disrupts scent trails and mass pheromones, sending ants elsewhere. Repeat daily until the trail disappears. For heavy infestations, wipe down surfaces with a vinegar-soaked cloth. If you spot an anthill outside, pour a cup of vinegar directly on it. Avoid spraying on delicate surfaces or electronics. This natural repellent is safe for pets and children, so you can keep kitchens and pantries bug-free without worry. Make canned vegetables. Vinegar is key to safe Amish canning. For pickles, beans, or beets, use white vinegar with at least 5% acidity. Mix vinegar with water, sugar, and spices as your recipe calls. Heat vegetables and pour brine over them in sterilized jars. Seal and process in a boiling water bath. The acidity preserves freshness, flavor, and kills harmful bacteria. Always follow proper canning guidelines and adjust vinegar ratios only if a trusted source says it's safe. Store jars in a cool, dark place for long-lasting, shelf-stable vegetables all year. Treat wrinkly clothes. Skip the iron on busy days with a vinegar mist. Fill a spray bottle with equal parts water and white vinegar. Lightly spritz wrinkled garments. Then tug and smooth the fabric with your hands. Hang the item to dry for about 10 minutes. Vinegar relaxes fibers, so wrinkles release easily. This is handy for shirts, skirts, or pillowcases straight from the drawer. For stubborn creases, use a handheld steamer after spraying. Test on delicate fabrics first. If you want a pleasant scent, add a drop of lavender oil to your mix. Kill mildew. Mildew on walls, shower curtains, or tiles doesn't stand a chance against vinegar. Spray full-strength white vinegar on affected areas and let it sit for an hour. Wipe with a scrub brush or sponge, then rinse with warm water. The acetic acid kills mildew spores and neutralizes musty odors. For tough spots, repeat or combine with baking soda for a fizzing boost. Open windows or run a fan for faster drying. This method is safe for most non-porous surfaces and helps prevent mildew from returning. Use regularly in damp bathrooms or basements. Clean coffee maker. Over time, minerals and oils build up in coffee makers, affecting flavor. The Amish run a brewing cycle with equal parts white vinegar and water to dissolve residue. Let the solution sit in the carafe for 15 minutes, then run 2 cycles of plain water to rinse. Wipe exterior and basket with a vinegar-dampened cloth. Do this monthly for best-tasting coffee and a longer-lasting machine. For stubborn stains, soak removable parts in undiluted vinegar. Your morning brew will come out fresher and free from bitter notes or lingering old coffee odors. Treat sweat stains. Vinegar banishes yellow sweat stains from shirts and blouses. Mix equal parts white vinegar and water. Soak stained areas for 30 minutes, then wash as usual. The mild acid breaks down deodorant residue and brightens fabric. For stubborn marks, sprinkle baking soda on the damp area and scrub gently before laundering. Air dry garments in the sun for extra whitening. This method works well for collars and underarms, saving your favorite clothes from the rag pile. Repeat as needed for tough or set-in stains and enjoy fresher, cleaner laundry every time. Preserve meat without refrigeration. Before freezers were common, Amish cooks relied on vinegar for meat preservation. Cut meat into thin strips and soak in a strong brine, made of equal parts apple cider vinegar and salt water. The acid and salt work together to inhibit bacterial growth. Let strips soak for several hours, then dry thoroughly in a well-ventilated area or smokehouse. This method not only preserves meat, but adds a pleasant tang. For longer storage, repeat the vinegar soak and drying process. Always use clean utensils and containers to prevent spoilage. Old-fashioned, but still effective for keeping meat safe without electricity.